Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BC, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. Now, I'm currently in Atlanta with Stacey McKinley and his fighters. There's a small card going out here in Atlanta at the Buckhead Theater. Carlos Monroe, he's fighting. So I'll be there. I'll be there later on tonight. Should be fun. Right now, look at this view. Look at this view. Right now, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Right now, life is pretty damn good. If I might add, if I might say so myself. But just wanted to talk about Derek Chisora versus Joseph Parker. That's a fight that's gonna be taking place on that Josh Taylor Regis Program undercard, and I kind of wanted to just give my thoughts on that fight, as well as the implications of that fight. So first of all, we'll start from the Joseph Parker side of things. Joseph Parker, at one point in time, and I remember it so clearly, 2016, early 2017, but really 2016, around that time. I remember Joseph Parker was one of the most highly regarded heavyweights in the world. Before he fought Joshua, that was actually like a big fight. That was a fight that people here on YouTube and in the boxing community talked about at length. And ever since he lost that fight and then went on to lose to Dillian White, he's lost a lot of the luster around his name. So this fight for me with Chisora is going to be pretty much to see, can Joseph Parker return to the upper echelon of the heavyweight division, because he was there at some point. From a skill standpoint, he is probably one of the more talented, technically sound heavyweights, but he needs to win these fights, and to go in there with a guy like Chisora, War Chisora, as he comes in with the hat. Chisora is a guy that's going to come in and he's going to come to fight. You know what he's going to do, and if Parker has anything left, if he's still worth his weight in his salt, he's going to beat Derek Chisora, because we've seen fighters who we thought were better than they actually were go in there with Chisora, like let's say Carlos Takam, and get iced. So if Joseph Parker's not on his P's and Q's, he could lose his fight. Now from the Chisora side of things, he's pretty pissed off. He doesn't like the fact that he's going to get the co-main event or the chief support to Pro Grand Taylor, because he's the guy that's going to sell the tickets. He's the guy that's going to be drawing the lion's share of the crowd. So he's already pissed off as it is. He told Eddie Hearn at the press conference, if he's going to be the co-main event, if he's going to be chief support of Pro Grand Taylor, who, let's be honest, people in England don't really know who these guys are. That's bollocks. That's what he said. That's bollocks. So he's already pissed off as it is. But for him, from a pure boxing standpoint, he's not ranked. Let me see. I had it right here. He's not currently ranked. He's not ranked in the WBO. He's not ranked in the IBF, and he's not ranked in the WBA. But Derek Chisora is, in fact, ranked in the WBC. He's right now, at this moment, he's currently ranked number 9. So I would think a win here against a quality opponent. Let's see. Is Parker ranked? I think Parker was ranked. Parker's ranked 6th in the WBC. So Parker's ranked 6th in the WBC. He beats Parker, that moves him up the rankings. Maybe he even cracks the top 5, and who knows, man? Maybe he might even get a title shot. You just never know. But I think for both these guys, it's a good. And I hate to use this term because I feel like I use it a lot. But this is what it is. It's a crossroads fight. You got Derek Chisora on the back 9 of his career. He's had some decent wins. He's had some good wins here and there over the last 3-4 years. But I think a win against Joseph Parker would do him a lot of good. Parker's coming off that win against Alex Leopai. They dug up Alex Leopai and put him in the ring with Joseph Parker, and Parker pretty much just beat the brakes off of him. But it'd be a big win for Chisora. Now, as far as the fight itself, I could see this being a fight where it's going to go one of two ways, okay? Either A, Joseph Parker, from a technical standpoint, is going to let his hands go and completely outclass Derek Chisora, or B, Derek Chisora is going to come forward, he's going to overwhelm Joseph Parker with pressure, it's going to be a firefight, and Joseph Parker will get gun-shy, as we've seen in some of his fights, because that's been my one gripe with Joseph Parker. Isn't that he's not a good fighter, because we know Joseph Parker. Let me sit down. So you got that Atlanta skyline in the background. It's not that Joseph Parker isn't a quality fighter. He is a quality fighter, but it's almost like sometimes he's become the New Zealand version of Adrian Broner. I mean, a guy with all the talent in the world, but just doesn't let his hands go. He doesn't let his hands go. And if you're a fighter who can bring the pressure, who can bring the work rate, who can even hurt him with some punches, give him something to worry about, you have a chance against Joseph Parker, as we've seen with the likes of Dillian White. And even Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua beat him just jabbing. And, to be fair to Parker in that fight, the referee did him no favors. The referee did not let him fight on the inside. So they kind of took away his game plan. But there's been a lot of talk from the Parker camp, particularly from his trainer, saying that, he's matured, he's changed, he's training harder. He's had another daughter. I think he has like 3 girls now. So you got 3 girls, you got 3 mouths to feed, and they're all girls. You better start winning some fights. You're gonna need some money, champ. So with that being said, I like Parker. If you put a gun on my head and you say, Brennan, who's gonna win this fight? My gut tells me that Joseph Parker will find a way to win this fight. Chisora will put up a good account of himself. He'll come to fight. We know what we're gonna get from Derek Chisora, but we don't know what we're gonna get from Joseph Parker, and that's kind of the intrigue of this fight, is that we don't know what we're gonna get from Joseph Parker. But if he's still worth anything in the heavyweight division, if he still has plans and ambitions of returning to that upper echelon of the heavyweight division and challenging for world titles against the likes of Andy Ruiz and Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua and guys like that, then this is a fight that he needs to win. He doesn't need to, and honestly, if at all possible, don't just win it, but win it looking good. Win it looking good. Win it while styling on him. You know what I'm saying? So I like Parker. He's got the clear advantages in a lot of things in this fight. He's got the advantages in hand speed. He's got the advantages in technical boxing ability. He's got the advantages in I don't know. Actually, no, I don't think he has the advantages in punching power. I think that would have to go to Chisora. Chisora has the advantage in punching power. But all the things that you need to set up your punching power, Parker has the advantages, which is your technical boxing ability, your speed, things like that. And not even just that. You would probably like to believe that Parker is the fresher fighter, being that he's younger, being that he hasn't been in as many wars, and being that his only fight since the Joshua fight was his fight earlier this year back in, it was June, when he fought Alex Leopai. So he's relatively fresh, as long as he's been doing the work in the gym and not, eating himself to death. He should be more than fine. So I'm going to go with Joseph Parker winning this fight. I don't know if we'll stop Chisora, but I could. I'm gonna go with a Joseph Parker decision. I think this fight will not be ugly, not be pretty for Parker. I think this will be a fight for him where he has to grind it out. But make it clear that you win. Grind it out or make it clear that you win. Because Chisora is a hard guy to stop. He's very durable, a very durable guy. He comes forward all the time. Unless you have fight-changing power like a Dillian White, it's very hard to get him out of there. And we've seen Chisora fight some pretty good fights before, and just to fight better than we thought he'd fight. Like, I remember when he fought Dillian White the first time. I thought he won that fight. A lot of people thought he won that fight. So this is probably one of the more underrated fights in boxing right now, Parker versus Chisora, because the winner of this is going to go on to put themselves in a great position. I think the winner of this is 1 win away from a title shot. So if it's Parker, he's 1 win away from a title shot. If it's Chisora, he's 1 win away from a title shot. And I think particularly from the Chisora side of things, if you could put yourself in that position to challenge for a world title, I think it'd be great. It'd be a great domestic. It would make for some great domestic matchups, because right now, he's only ranked in the WBC, so the only guy he's really gonna be in the running to fight is Wilder. And if Wilder was ever gonna fight in the UK, which I don't think he will, but if he was, I don't think it'd be against Joshua, and I personally don't think it'd be against Fury. It would be like something like against Derek Chisora, a favorable matchup. A guy who sells tickets, a guy who can build up a promotion. I think, so just keep your eye on it. It's something to think about. But that's pretty much my take on the fight. You guys let me know what you think in the comments down below about Chisora versus Joseph Parker. And you know what? Let me know in the comments down below. Do you think Chisora should be the main event with Parker? Because a lot was made of that, and he damn near was going to choke out Eddie Hearn at the press conference for the fight. So yeah, you can let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. I'm going to keep enjoying this amazing Atlanta skyline. I'll be at the fights later tonight. Hopefully get some stuff with Stacey McKinley and some of the other fighters here. Who knows? We never know who we might run into. So yeah, you guys leave your comments down below. You take the time to subscribe. And like I say in every single one of these videos, you can love me or you can hate me. But I'm just a kid from Daniel. So until next time, take care, guys.